in Jehovah.
What's going on, YouTube? How you doing? How you doing? First and foremost, I want to thank everyone for the love and support. Thank y'all for commenting on my videos, liking my videos, sharing my videos, or even just subscribing to my channel. I always will be thankful for that. Now, before I get started with what I'm going to talk about, I just want to talk about something right quick. I've been seeing a few comments about my name being Brian Jehovah, right? And some people say I'm playing with God, I'm using his name in vain and things like that. And I totally understand, especially to people that are religious, right? And like I say, I'm not like a religious person, but I do believe there is a God. I do believe in, spirituality and things like that. And I do believe, I do use the Bible or any books, religious books, as a guide to life on how to move and stuff like that. Basically, just with any book, you know what I'm saying? That's like a self-help book. Now, don't get offended, all right, once I say this. But my name, Brian Jehovah, come from me trolling Jehovah Witnesses back in 2013. I was on Facebook. I was getting attacked by Jehovah Witnesses, and one of the Jehovah Witnesses is a cousin of mine. So my cousin used to say all these weird things to me under my comments and things like that, and so I said, you know what? Cause he tried to embarrass me and stuff. You know how some family members get when they think, cause we blood, that they can say whatever to me and I'm not gonna respond back. They expect you not to respond back. So what I did was I went to his house one day and I got one of them watchtower newspapers or something. You know, when y'all go to the gas station early in the morning, you might see a Jehovah Witness passing them out, or they might come to your door like that. So I grabbed one of them pictures, one of them newspapers, and I clicked a picture of it, and I made a caption. I think I said, I forgot what I said. I'm gonna post it right here. What I said though, I said something though to the effect of like, man, I just became a Jehovah Witness. Now I ain't got to buy no Christmas gift, something to that effect. So he got mad about it, called my mama and them, just saying how Brian is the devil and how could y'all raise him to be like that, woo woo woo. Now keep in mind, I'm not a Jehovah Witness. My mom and dad are not Jehovah Witnesses, right? So then I said, you know what? I'm gonna change my name to Brian Jehovah, and that's why I did. I changed my name to Brian Jehovah. It stuck, and I just been rocking with it ever since. And I didn't. And if people pay attention to the name, how I spelled it, I didn't put the H at the end of it, just out of respect for people that believe there are Jehovah Witnesses or use Jehovah as a thing for them as they worship God. So I hope that clarifies everything. And another thing, let me put another counter on this. My dad was a preacher. My dad been a preacher for a long time. Matter of fact, my dad was one of the people back in the early 80s. That's how I used to go to Africa a lot when I was a kid, because he was a missionary. So basically, he was one of the people that tried to convert the Africans to Christians. You know what I'm saying? So he was that kind of nigga back in the day, but my dad was young at the time and he didn't really understand how the world worked like that. But as he grew, he understand he made a mistake by trying to forcing people into something that you didn't have to force them into it. So my dad was one of them people. He used to I got a story about that too, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all, it's a hilarious story. I'm gonna have to remember to tell y'all about that. But yeah, my dad was a preacher. My granddaddy was a preacher. Or he wasn't a preacher, he was a deacon. My mom, man, she was a devout Christian, man. So I come from a Christian household, and I think the guy in the video mentioned something about how I walk through the church and stuff like that. I'm a soulful person. I like gospel music. Gospel music is very spiritual, very uplifting. So, sorry. So I hope that answered his question. But anyway, before we get started, please hit that subscribe button for your boy. Please hit that subscribe button for your boy. The Democrats, man. The Democrats still have not learned their lesson yet. They is crashing out, man. Have y'all seen? Now I know our brother Tariq did a live on this. Black Alpha Network did a live on this, or a video on this, and people just on social media been talking about how Roland Martin been crashing out. And it's sad, man. Listen, Democrats, just listen to this. You're not going to get people like myself to want to vote for y'all if y'all so verbally disrespectful. Roland Martin went on a tirade just cussing black folks out, calling us dumb, saying that If you smart enough, you can Google stuff and blah 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 blah. But I'm just like, rolling. You no longer have the voice of the people no more, fam. I would never say people not listening to him, because it's a lot of people that is listening to Roland Martin, but y'all ain't got that cachet no more. Y'all ain't got that influence no more. The people are not listening to y'all, man. Y'all can't go to a Negro neighborhood and talk to the young people, but people like myself and others can. We can break stuff down to the young people better than you can. See, when Democrats go to places, they talk down on people. See, that's one thing I learned in life, y'all. In order to gain people trust, respect, and likeness, you don't never want to think you better than them. You don't never want to think that you know more than them. And most definitely, you definitely want to treat nobody differently because of the circumstances they in and what they've been through in life. That's what helped me out in life. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I always been a person that treated people with respect, right? I always lead with respect. Now, if a person don't show respect back, I'm gonna step away from it. If they become disrespectful, then I'm gonna be disrespectful because I'm a disrespectful nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a fool with this shit now. But anytime I meet with people, man, I always try to show love to them. You know what I'm saying? I always try to be understanding of their situation, regardless of what it is. You got people that look at me crazy when I say, when I go to the strip club, I don't allow women to dance on me. You know what I'm saying? I'd just rather give them money and chop up game with them. You know what I'm saying? See what they at in life, see what they future plans is, or just listen to them and tell me what they going through in life. It sounds crazy to a lot of people, but I chop it up with them. Dope fiends, man. I remember I used to sit with dope fiends at the store sometimes. I used to get out work, and my dope fiend might be at the gas station, man, sitting on the sidewalk drinking a little beer or something like that. I sit and chop it up with them, just see what they mind at in life. You can pick up game from people like that. Hoes and pimps. I used to be around them folks. You know what I'm saying? I used to listen to them all the time, tell me stories, the mistakes they made in life, how they get in this, why you doing this, what happened. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, I didn't agree with it because I felt like it was an excuse, but I had a perspective of learning how people are. Dealing with women, sometimes trigger warning, sometimes I had to look at why women act the way they do in certain situations. Or let me say this, why women react to how I act. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn it. The how I might display myself or what I might say or my body movements or my reactions to things might trigger something in them from their past or their childhood. You get what I'm saying? I had to learn that with women in DV situations that everybody can't leave. Everybody just can't leave like that. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? Situations happen where fear is the main thing. Fear is the culprit of all of this. And people don't have grace for women that are in domestic violence situations. And I always had a heart for that. You get what I'm saying? Children come up to me all the time, man, and just want to talk. I listen to them. Even though them little motherfuckers just be talking and shit, I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. You know, but I want to be engaged. I want to engage with people. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to come off like I'm better than you. You know what I'm saying? Now, even when I walk in space, when people think they're better than me, I still don't let that bother me because at the end of the day, I always had confidence within myself. I never been too insecure. Have I had insecurity? Do I have insecurities? Yes, I have insecurities, but I always been confident in wherever I go in life, you know. And with that being said, that's why I don't have an ego. You know, I have an ego, but I don't have an ego. I don't have to self-proclaim myself. I don't have to self-proclaim like, hey, I'm the greatest father in the world. I know I'm a great father, but I don't have to tell y'all that. Your kids gonna speak for yourself. Now, was I a great man in a relationship? Fuck nah. I wasn't good in relationships now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was bad in relationships. But right now, I'm rebuilding myself, redeeming myself, and remembering how to, every day, always strive to be a better man to the woman that I'm with. Every day. Every day, I always think, like, how can I be a better man to this woman? Did I reach out to her on this? Did I listen to her on this? What did I miss within her? Before she even had to come and tell me. That's why I'm at with it. I want to be a better person every day. And when people come across me, man, I don't want them to feel like, damn, man, Brian snaked me. Brian did this. Brian feel like that. Even though people going to feel how they feel. Because guess what? The one thing I can't control is your insecurities. That's why I had to learn, too, dealing with social media. I can't deal with your trauma. Your trauma is your trauma. Your insecurity is your insecurity. That's not my shit. So whatever come out my mouth and that's something you insecure about, you need to work on that. If I say something that traumatizing, certain things I will warn people about what I'm gonna say because I understand certain stuff. But if you're a traumatized person, don't take your shit out on me. You got to deal with that. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I look at things. And you have a lot of Democrats, man, supporters, or even people that run for that's in politics, or the people that's in media. They were talk down to black folks like we just the dumbest people in the world. I hate that. That's the one thing I dislike about the Democrats too. Is one of the main things I dislike about the Democrats is how they talk to us, how they communicate with us. You don't have to put strippers in front of me to make me want to vote. You get what I'm saying? You don't gotta talk to me about weed. I don't even smoke weed, but to make me want to vote. Talk to me like you talk to the Chinese boy. Talk to me like you talk to the white boy. Talk to me like you talk to the Indian boy. Talk to me like how you talk to other people that's not black American. Talk to me like that. You don't gotta talk to me like I'm dumb. You ain't gotta talk to me like, oh shit, man. I need to put some rims and put some basketball tickets in front of this boy Brian face so you can go and vote for it. Nah, nigga, talk to me. Talk to me. You ain't gotta talk to me like I'm a little kid. You ain't gotta degrade me with your words because I want to vote for you. And I do certain things in Dallas. In Dallas, I do vote Democrat. There are certain politicians I vote that's Democrat, and I vote some people that's Republican. I vote for what makes sense. What makes sense for me and my family. The school funding out here, even though my kids out of high school, but guess what? There's a Republican want to put more funding into the schools, right? He want to put more funding into the schools for kids to do work with their hands, like trade jobs and stuff like that. They want to put more money into that. But the Democrat, he just want to build a new dog park and put all $500,000 into the dog park. Which was more important to me? You know, kids getting a better education and trading, or a funky dog that ain't gonna live no longer than 15 years. Let me deal with the kids with the trade. Let me let the kids get the education. So I don't mind my taxes going up for that. Cool, I'm with it. So I vote for that. He a Republican. There's a Democrat out here that wants more funding for children to have somewhere to go after school, blah, 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 blah. If a Republican don't want that. He want to do land development, more houses built. So I'm like, okay, houses, families, I get it. Kids need to go somewhere after school. Let me vote for this Democrat because this is what he's going for. That's it. Lay it out, make it plain and simple. Let people ask questions without you getting an attitude, and we got something. But that's the problem with the Democrats now, y'all. I don't think they will ever learn. I don't know if they not reading the room. They are not reading the room. I don't know if they not peeping what's going on. Don't get me wrong. They still have a lot of people that believe in the Democratic Party. We see it on Facebook, Threads, and IG, and even TikTok and X. But at the same time, they gonna have to start coming down talking to us first, because we gonna be the ones that gonna shift the elections. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not telling people who to vote for. If a Democrat got something that makes sense, I'm with it. Even in the midterm, there's a Democrat that's offering something for my people that makes sense for the community. I'm going to vote Democrat. Vice versa with the Republican. So, anyway, yeah, Democrats just falling off, y'all. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I just seen Roland Martin going crazy. I seen another Democrat lady, she crashing out. Man, I'm like, yeah, damn, boy. We is drying up their money, y'all. We is drying up their money. These folks crashing out like Pan-Africans, and I love it. But anyway, much love to everyone. I love y'all so much. Y'all be safe. Salute.
When my heart was heavy, when my mind was tired, you walked into my shadows with a quiet fire. Brian Jehovah, you are the truth. Every word you speak cuts straight through. Brian Jehovah, carving my youth into something real, something new. Brian Jehovah. lies were louder than the voice inside. You wrote peace